Hi, my name is Gunnar Zigge. I'm the current chairperson of the Department of Food Science at Stellenbosch University, and I'd like to give you a short overview of the food science degree at Stellenbosch University. Just a short overview of what I'll cover in my presentation. What is food science? The importance of food science, why choose food science, the job opportunities this degree offers, the admission requirements, and what the course itself entails. So what is food science? Here are two good definitions of food science which speak to the disciplines of engineering, biological and physical sciences like chemistry, biochemistry and microbiology, which are used to study foods, the principles of processing and food deterioration. I prefer to define food science with the term gate to plate. Everything that happens to food, whether it be fruits, vegetables or livestock, from when it leaves the farm gate until it's on the consumer's plate, is where the responsibility of food science lies. How that food is handled, processed, prepared, packaged, stored and distributed, and possibly prepared again, is the responsibility area of food scientists, who must ensure that the food that reaches consumers is safe, nutritious, and has sensory appeal. So, food scientists' main objectives are to balance the three pillars of safety, nutrition, and ensuring the sensory appeal, namely taste, flavor, aroma, mouthfeel, color, etc. These three pillars need to be balanced. One cannot have a food that is highly nutritious and that tastes fantastic, but consumers die of food poisoning. Conversely, we can't have a food that is safe and nutritious but not acceptable to consumers to eat from a sensory perspective. So, food scientists are involved in some way or another in every food and beverage product you find on the supermarket shelf. This makes food science so interesting, as you can see your chosen study field right in front of you every time you go grocery shopping. But why is food science so important? The world's population is growing and urbanizing, and by 2050 it is estimated that we will need to feed at least 9 billion people on the planet. By 2100 it is estimated to be 11 billion people that need to be fed. It is also estimated that around 80% of the world's population will live in urban areas by 2050. This puts a lot of pressure on agriculture and food scientists to increase food production and get safe, nutritious and wholesome food to consumers. The sad reality is that 1 in 9 people still go hungry every day. That is over 815 million people. Globally, hunger and malnutrition are the major risk to health. The fact that everyone needs to eat brings us to another important concept, namely food and nutrition security. This is defined by the World Health Organization as existing when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. This definition or concept actually speaks to the three pillars of food science we mentioned earlier, namely sufficient, safety, nutrition and food preferences. Therefore, it is clear that food security is not just about producing more food. Globally, nearly 1/3 or 1.3 billion tons of food produced for human consumption is lost or wasted and does not reach consumers. Food loss is food that is produced but is lost post-harvest and pre-consumer due to lack of infrastructure, processing, storage or distribution to market. Food waste is food that is wasted at the retail and consumer end of the value chain, and food that deteriorates in stores or is bought but not consumed or even thrown away. It is not only the food that is lost, but also the resources, the water, land, electricity, labor and capital that are wasted. And food science can play a critical role in reducing these losses, developing foods from byproducts and optimizing the retention of nutrients, flavor and color. Why consider a career in food science? If you enjoy being both analytical but creative, then food science is for you. It is a fast-paced, exciting and consumer-driven industry to work in. Consumers are constantly wanting new products with more variety, more convenience, tastier options, ethical options, sustainable options, and better nutrition. So never a dull moment. Everyone must eat, remember, so there will always be jobs for food scientists. There's a multitude of different types of jobs in the food industry, and the people in the food industry are hardworking and passionate people. The food, if you love food, you will definitely enjoy working in this industry. Travel opportunities, well, the food industry is global, so whether it is working for a multinational or buying food for local businesses, travel is often on the cards. And while you're doing all of that, you're also playing a big role in saving mankind. So what types of jobs are there? The food industry is very diverse, so there are many different jobs spread over many different types of foods and commodities. For the creative, there's product development, there's analytical, quality assurance, food safety, auditing, food buyers, ingredient suppliers, production, research, academia, or for entrepreneurs. All food and beverage manufacturers, everything you see on the supermarket shelves, the retailers themselves, Woolworths, Pick n Pay, ShopRite and Spar, and ingredient suppliers, all employ food scientists. For admission to the BSc Food Science program, the following specific admission requirements exist. An overall average of 60% in the National Senior Certificate or the IEB School Leaving Certificate, excluding life orientation or other school qualification. English or Afrikaans, your home language or first additional language, 50%. Mathematics, you require 60%. And for physical sciences, physics and chemistry, at least 50%. Food science is a selection program, and therefore only 60 new admissions are accepted each year. The course content. The course is structured in such a way that during the early years, the foundational science subjects like maths, physics, biology, and chemistry lead the way for more in-depth and detailed forays into the applied sciences of biochemistry, microbiology, and food science. The numbers in bracket indicate the increasing number of food science credits as the years progress. It is clearer from these two slides how many different food science modules are offered. Evidence of the diverse nature of the applied science involved in food. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact me for more information. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you or the students enrolling in a food science degree at Stellenbosch University. Thank you very much.